Hello everyone, welcome to my channel. My name is Elizabeth and today we are doing a project with these fabulous ladies. I really wanted to include them in my project and I was like, put everything aside and let's do it. So as you can see, I have different colors of them depending on the color scheme we will choose. And I have a masterboard that I will cut into small pieces upside down, so which means blindly I will not see what I'm doing. And also we have two package pieces. These are from a cereal box that will be also a base for our journaling cards. And I want to create this sort of look on this package basis. So using distress oxides. So what do we need for this project? Well, of course, we need a masterboard itself, a base for journaling cards if you do it outside of the masterboard, also glue, can be glue stick or liquid glue, scissors, also can use paper trimmer, corner rounder for the more finished look, some distress ink, distress oxide, like daubers, of course, to apply the ink. I will also use some stamps to stamp here and there as a background. And well, yeah, that's basically it. What we need for today. And I, of course, will use some collage fodder to make a little collage on the journaling cards. So let's put everything aside and let's start from this masterboard. So what I will do, I will cut it to the size that I decided to use. Uh, I printed these girls according to the size of the journaling cards, so it is like 11 centimeters height and 8 centimeters width. So I will cut my masterboard exactly the same. And as you can see, I'm doing it blindly. It's sort of an interest. I really like to do it because you never know what you will get, but the result is, well, almost all the time fascinating. And I will have some small pieces that are, well, not big enough for my project. And of course, here I have a lot of journaling cards. I don't need that much. Today I will do 2 out of the masterboard and 2 out of the package box. So as you can see, we have a little bit smaller pieces that can work for a different project. And that's it for a paper trimmer. Now we will choose what background we want for our journaling card. So as you can see, here is a sticker and I don't want it, so I've put it aside. And I chose this two. I've chosen this two. I will round the corners on them. So as you can see, it makes it look more finished, more beautiful. And I really enjoy using masterboards for something. I first scan it so I can use it later on, and then I use the exact masterboard in some project. So because this is a ready masterboard, we don't actually need to do anything to it, like anything more in terms of a collage. We can just put a lady on it and that's it. But before that, let's work on these packaging pieces. I put a layer of gesso on the colored side because, well, I will use copy paper for a background and copy paper may not be so opaque to cover it, so I decided to put a layer of the gesso. And now I will create a background. I will do it with the distress oxide with my favorite technique, when you smoosh the oxide on an acrylic block and then spritz it with water and then apply it on your paper. Depending on the paper, you will get different effects. I have another video where I do it with the watercolor paper and the effect is much more well, the effect is different and it reacts differently to the oxide. So each paper will give you different results. And that's what I love about it, because you never know what you get. This randomness is what really drives me into these oxides. So I'm using a Tattered Rose Distress Oxide for both of the pieces, but one is extremely covered with it and the other one is like a little more subtle with the tattered rose because I will use vintage photo on it as well. So one will be just pink and one will be with the vintage photo. It's a more grungy look to it. As you can see, I'm adding it here. So it's much more bright and dark than the tattered rose. So this is the finished result of the background with the oxides. And now we will um, finish the background for our journaling cards. I will also round the corners and then proceed to stamping. Here I'm explaining to you like the difference between watercolor paper. As you can see, the colors are not so bright, even though I did the same amount of layers as here. So packaging paper absorbed it more for some reason, I don't know. So as you can see, everything reacts differently. So now I'm rounding the corners. It's of course optional, maybe you like just a rectangular look to it. Nothing wrong about it. But I just wanted it to be a little bit more subtle. Okay, so now we will proceed to the stamping. I will do it with the ink. I will use vintage photo for that. I will also try to stamp with the tattooed rose oxide, but it's just too light for such a background, not really noticeable. Well, we'll see it later. I really love this script stamp. It is absolutely gorgeous for backgrounds. I will link the supplies down below in the description box if you're interested, but I will not link fake stamps. If I know they are fake, I will I will link the original one. Because I bought them quite a while ago. I hadn't known back then that these are not originals. I'm really sorry about that. At some point I will buy originals, but actually they're really really expensive. But I will probably tackle this problem topic a bit later in my chatty video. So yeah, as you can see, I've tried the tattered rose oxide and it doesn't really work here. Well, you can see it, but nah, too subtle. So I decided to stamp it with the vintage photo as well. I really love this stamp set, this field notes stamp set, if I'm right. So we will just create a little bit of a background, so nothing too bright, so it will not stand out on our journaling card because you want the lady to be our focal point. So this is just simple stamping. I'm sure you have some background stamps as well that you would like to use. Or maybe you want just a collage and some paints and so on. But I realized that I use stamps, well, rarely nowadays, even though I bought a lot. So I'm trying to incorporate them in my projects more and more because, well, I bought them, I need to use them. So butterflies really work well here. I really liked the result, even though I'm not a fan of butterflies, but with stamping, I guess it's okay. I mean, I like them. I don't like the images, like pictures and drawings and stuff, but stamps, I think I like it. So these are ready, like pieces for our focal points. Now I will choose the ladies that will go on the journaling card. Here, as you can see, I'm trying to like sort them by color, and I'm putting aside the neutral ones because they will not stand out enough. They will be just too blended into the background, so they will wait for different projects, even though I love them so much. Yes, so as you can see, for the oxide backgrounds, I decided to use red ladies, and for the masterboard, I decided to use like bluish, greenish ones. So I will stick to this too. It was actually fast. I thought I would spend so much time deciding because yeah, it's actually a hard choice because they are all so lovely and yeah, I want to use them all. This one is a little bit too blended into background, not really noticeable on such a busy background, so I decided to choose something else. And for this one, it was a hard choice because, well, I liked them all on this background because it's a little bit more um, calm, and yeah, even this one works here. And because I have this greenish bluish washi tape, I decided to that blue can work as well, like this light blue dressed girl. So I think it's okay. Even though green was actually a bit more similar to the washi tape I used, but I still like it. And first we will glue the ladies on the masterboard cards, and I decided that these masterboards are already so busy and so beautiful, and I don't really want to do anything with them because, well, they're perfect as they are. I will just ink the ladies because, well, just to make them stand out more on such background, and we'll glue them. So, as you can see, I'm using my wine cork for that. I'm just sorry. Don't have a like a handle for a dauber, so I decided that I can use what I have at least. So yeah, and in my previous video I called it wine plug. Then I discovered that this is wine cork, and I was like, oh, everyone probably is laughing about me, but that's okay. But I think wine plug sounds sounds funny. I understood that it is not right, but I couldn't come up with the right word in time. So yeah, just gluing it because it's well, small details. There are small details. I decided to use a liquid glue, not to mess this up, not to tear anything. Yep, so this one is ready. Quite fast, right? And of course we will do something on the back as well. So now this lady, because she is not so delicate, I decided first to use glue stick, and then on the delicate parts, which are the legs and the head, I will use liquid glue. And it's a really actually simple project, especially if you use a masterboard, because, well, it is ready and you just glue the ladies on and that's it. Because I did 4 and 2 were more complicated than masterboards, then it took me more time. But if you will do 1 or 2, it will actually take like around 20 or 30 minutes. Here it took me an hour, but I'm just not that fast at crafting. I hope one day I will become faster, but for now it is what it is. So I added a little bit of stamping because there were some like empty spaces, empty places, and to not keep them so empty, I decided to stamp. This one actually doesn't really need too much to it. I really like how this light blue dressed lady just sits atop this gold bubble wrap paper. I think it like makes her really pop up. Pop out? Pop out? I don't know. Now inking, I can also you can also add maybe like gold wax or anything like that. I actually afterwards thought that gold wax would work so wonderfully here because, well, we have some gold on it as well, and it will make it look like luxurious. And now we will proceed with these 2 cards that require something to them, and I will do just the simplest collage, just with 2 or 3 pieces. And I will use just papers that are at my disposal. I have some advertisement pieces, some chemical stuff, some scripts, some letter. Yeah, and I will just create a composition really quick and, yeah, glue them on. So here I'm trying to incorporate this script paper, and I decided to tear it on the edge and then tear it a bit more, so it will be like a really, really torn edge, nothing straight to it. Yeah, like that. And even on the bottom. So this we will cut, of course. It will not be like that. Now this piece, and because it is actually like fashion connected, it looked really well here. I liked it so much. So I'm tearing it as well. And as you can see, I'm not inking the individual pieces because I still want them to be a background and I don't want them to stand out more than a lady. So yeah, I don't ink them. So I will tear a bit more of the script paper just to see more of a fashion advertisement. There was something about, yeah, corset waists. As you can see, her waist looks like she wears a corset, although it's hard to notice it. But yeah, her waist is quite good. And I'm using this top-down glue method from 49 and Dragonflies. Sometimes it's complicated, but when you have such a small amount of pieces, it's easy. And you will not lose your composition if you do it like that. You don't need to remember the composition, don't need to take a photo of that. And because I cannot take a photo because I'm using my phone for the recording, I decided to use this top-down glue method. Actually struggling with remembering how I did my collage, so yeah, this is a really good method, although I don't use it that much. Probably I should practice a bit more. So yeah, when this will dry, we will cut it. It will be like that. I like that there is not so much going on compared to the masterboard, but it's good to have a variety, right? Now let's do a collage here. This one is a little bit more grungy because of the vintage photo oxide. So there I decided on the previous card that chemical pages are a little bit too much, but here I will actually add it because, well, they look old and well, not grungy, but they okay with this grungy look. Whereas with the pink one, chemical old book pages look kind of strange. So yeah, this is the chemical book page with some numbers and substances. It's actually funny how on one journaling card we have this fashion advertisement with the script, and on the other one we have a chemistry with the flowers and actually from engineering study book, this one like how to farm well. I'm sorry if you hear my neighbors. Yeah, whenever I start recording, of course they will start drilling. That's just a law of YouTubers. It never bothered me because, well, I never was a YouTuber before. But when I started YouTube, it actually bothers me a lot because anytime I start recording, they will start drilling. And I can wait all day doing like nothing, and they will do nothing as well. But yeah, sorry for complaining. Yeah, let's talk about the actual process. So yeah, I'm using the same top-down glue method, and the top piece is actually a sticker, so we will just remove the base from it and stick it to the um, journaling card. Yeah, and this is finished, so we used like 3 pieces of paper, which is actually really great because the journaling card looks so beautiful, yet we didn't spend too much on it. And in the end, I like them so much. You know, the only thing that I want to do now is to do these journaling cards with these ladies on top. But yeah, I don't need that much of a journaling cards. Maybe you'll have a collection of fashion or something, like a fashion journal. Tell me in the comments if you're interested in something like the topic, like a specific topic, like maybe, you know, Asia or fashion or like botanical. I'm open to suggestions because, yeah, I have a lot of ideas, but it's hard for me to decide what you like, what you would like, and yeah, maybe if you have something interested, like on your mind, you can suggest it. I might not do that right away, but still, it will be considered. I'm thinking about like an Asian journal because, well, I really love Asia and the culture, but it is. I have a journal already. I have few, a few, so making another one seems strange to me because I will not write in all of them. I can only write in one. So these are ready. I really, really, really love them. I enjoy both. I don't even have like a favorite one. I think I love them all equally. Now I will put a paper on a background so it will be okay to write on. And as you can see, I'm using this really subtle paper. It's actually print of the Japanese old sketchbook from like 1830s or 40s. It's like an ink seeping through on a next page. So this is the next page of this seeping through. I'm sorry for the drilling. Yeah, and I will glue both of them on these journaling cards, and I will use different background for the Masterboard journaling cards. But I will skip the process because, well, it's just me gluing the background, nothing interesting to it, and yeah, I'm showing you the one, and then we will skip it. Because I'm sure you know how to glue it, it's not really interesting. Here I'm varnishing it a bit, and because it's a Masterboard card, it's a little bit bumpy with some wrinkles and such, so yeah. So this is already pieces. As you can see, I've used a different design paper for the Distress Oxide cards. And I really love about the Masterboards that it has so much texture to it. So we have a washi tape, we have papers, we have like this gold paint. And here, yeah, hi. And here are just collage pieces with the on a simple journaling card. So yeah, this is a ready project. Let me know in the comments which one is your favorite. I like them all. And if you like the video, please put a thumbs up, share the video with your friends, and I see you in my next one. Bye bye.